Kenyans, good morning. Today, I want to address one CS for Internal Security, Kipchumba Murkomen. Mr. Kipchumba Murkomen, my name is Wambugu, otherwise called the Mukui Modo. A warrior of the Almighty Jehovah and a close confidant of Yeshua, and the man in charge of the YSF. We are no strangers. We've been together with this regime for quite some time in several modus operandi. Today, I want to address an issue you discussed last night in Citizen TV on the Gen Zs. You claimed that they were not protesters, they were terrorists. You even said you arrested 1,000 of them and charged 500 of them for terrorism. You know, this country, we have a way of twisting the truth. And your government is known for lies and propaganda to twist the truth. Today, I want to remind you about the truth. Mr. Murkomen, I have addressed this issue to the president several occasions, and you've ignored me. Fine, I have no problem. But may I remind you this. The youth of this nation did arise in 2024 against bad governance, corruption, impunity, arrogance, show of impunity by even you yourself, and political intolerance. They came out carrying the Kenyan flag, their phones, and a bottle of water. They demonstrated once. They had no machetes, they had no guns, they had no stones. They continued. And infiltration was done, orchestrated by the state machinery, where gangs and looters started penetrating with full knowledge of the NIS DG, of the DCI, and of the police, with malicious intention of branding the youth terrorists. Mr. Murkomen, the youth demonstrated in 2024 very peacefully until that happened. They went ahead to picket, as enshrined in our constitution, the power to picket. It's then that they stormed parliament. May I tell you, the storming of the parliament was done with full knowledge of your police, and even your officers facilitated the opening of even the gates. By that time, you had stationed snipers in Harambee House and in Nyayo House and in Development House. Ruto regime even hired external mercenaries, even from Uganda, and it's known, it's the public domain, who came in as snipers and shot at innocent, non-armed youth. That was not all. Even after the demos were over, your security intelligence service, led by one DG Haji, and the DCI, led by one Mohammed, went ahead and followed these young people by the photos and the evidence they got in social media to their homes and to their houses. You picked them, incarcerated them in cold, and murdered them in cold blood. It's in public domain. You remember in that time, I did raise an issue of a concentration camp, incarceration camp at Marmanet Forest, 20 kilometers from the main road, owned by the NIS, where these young protesters were incarcerated, tortured, some murdered, and they are buried in that forest. I dare repeat, they were murdered, cold blood murdered, and buried in Marmanet Forest. Many were also killed elsewhere and interred elsewhere. I am on record as having addressed this issue to the President, Ruto, and informed him that he is ordered by the power of the Almighty God and the God himself to get experts, go to Marmanet Forest, exhume the bodies of those who were cold blood murdered, identify them, and take them back to their parents for decent burial. Seek and also seek reparation. You've continued ignoring that. Mr. Bonacius. Last year we also visited the Kware dam site, where bodies without organs were dumped next to a police station. We did raise that issue, and we even indicated to you some of the warehouses where people are being kidnapped, incarcerated, some exported as human labor, and others extorted for organ sale. The Americans have raised that issue. They have given the evidence. You can't say I'm lying. We have severally addressed the issue of Shakahola, and we have demanded the government institute an inquest, what you call a public inquest into the Shakahola killing and the Kware killing, and even the Nyando River killings. The government has ignored. Instead, you have gone on record trying to say that they are church cults. So if they're the church cults, why have you not investigated the church cults? Mr. Murkomen, this is my word to you as Wambugo, in charge of YSF. And by now you know who YSF is. I don't need to remind you. We've met. We've worked together. We have worked against each other. This is my message to you. You arrogantly claimed that the youth you protested were terrorists. You are non-apologetic about their cold murder killing. Mr. Murkomen, we also did raise the issue of jihadists that have been recruited by DG Haji into NIAs. And you can keep on making noise, you don't scare me. And by the DCI. We also have non-police jihadists that are being recruited, and we are aware. We know their mission. And we know some of you have sworn you'll do all you can if there's an election in 2027 or any form of protest anymore, you are ready to shed more blood. Mr. Murkomen, we are aware that your DG also has a role he played in the Tanzanian cold blood murder of demonstrators there. Now this is my message to you and your government. There is God in heaven. And as I said last time, there is another authority that is operating in this country. You saw it in Bonny Forest, you saw it in Rift Valley, and you have met and experienced it in several other places. Your days are coming to an end. The innocent blood of the Gen Zs crying before the seat of the Almighty God in Olimeta shall not go into vain. Your cold blood killed our youth to stop them from fighting bad governors and corruption. Your government is stealing left, right, center. You are putting this country into a debt trap with your aim of eventually selling off this country to the globalist New World Order One government trials. Mr. Murkomen, we will stop you. We will stop the Ruto regime. We will stop your excesses. We will stop your arrogance. This I declare in the order of Melchizedek. I am Wambugu, the Mukui Modo. Enjoy as it lasts. Thank you and have a thoughtful day.